Hey dudes, it's Hilah Cooking. Today we're going to go back to basics and I'm going to show you how to season your cast iron skillet because a lot of you have been asking me about that and it's really starting to bug me. Just kidding. Okay, here we have a brand new cast iron skillet that says it's seasoned and ready to use. I don't believe it. I'm going to go ahead and season it again. If you get one that's silver, that means it's totally unseasoned, but pretty much everything you buy these days has already been seasoned at the factory, but we're going to season it again. First thing you need to do, peel off the label. Throw it away. And then wash it real good with hot water, but no soap. And like a stiff brush if you have that. So I'm gonna go over there and do that real quick. Get your water hot, heat it up, heat it up. Get your water hot, heat it up. And you wanna wash the inside and the outside, just to make sure to remove any like sort of wax that they may have put on it when they were packing it or anything like that. Scrub. Get the handle real good. Get its booty. Get the backside. Because when we season it, we're going to be rubbing oil all over every surface. Get the little front part. That's good. I'm going to rinse it real good. And then I'm going to dry it real good. This skillet's also, I meant to point it out, it's really nice that it has a handle on the other side because these things are really heavy. And when they're filled with a bunch of fried chicken or something delicious like that, it's really hard to lift. So that handle on the other side's a good idea. Okay, now I'm gonna put in some oil, some sort of oil product. I have some Crisco left over from Christmas. So I'm gonna put in a tablespoonful. And then I'm going to stick it in my oven at 350 degrees until that melts, and then I'm going to get a paper towel, smear it all around the inside and the outside, get everything real coated. You can use vegetable oil, you can use lard. Don't use like any kind of spray oil because it's got a bunch of other weird shit in it and it'll just get all gummy and gross. And then once that's all coated, I'll stick it back in the oven for like an hour. It's been in the oven like 3 minutes and that Crisco is melted, so I'm gonna take it out with my grubby little hot mitts. If you have nice hot mitts, you can use those too. Bring it over here. It's hot as shit, so be careful. I got a wadded up paper towel here. I'm gonna just smear that. It's actually 2 paper towels. Just get everything covered, including the back and the sides and everything. So yeah, if you see any like little places where it's sort of pooling up, just smear that around, wipe it out a little bit. This looks good. Too much oil is gonna make your pan just end up really sticky. So less is better than too much because you can always do it again. Put it back in the oven now for an hour. I put a baking sheet on the bottom rack, and when I put this in, I'm going to flip it upside down so that any oil that is excess will drip out and not stay in there. I'm going to put it in for an hour. Whoa. And it might start to smoke a little bit. That's okay. Don't worry about it. You don't need to call the fire department. Just open a window. Tough it out like the pioneer people did. All right, see you in an hour. So, as you can see, it's still pretty hot, but as you can see, it's shinier than it used to be. And shininess it corresponds with smoothiness of the surface, and that's what the seasoning process is all about. The oil and the heat combine to fill up the pores in the metal and make it a smoother surface. And every time you use it, it's going to get smoother and smoother. The first few times you use it, it's probably not going to act like a nonstick skillet. In fact, it's definitely not going to. So you'll have to use some oil. But every time you use it, it's going to get better and better. And what you don't want to do to care for it, you do not want to ever use soap on the surface, and don't ever try to scour it with anything metal unless you notice a rust spot. Rust forms if you leave it in the sink filled with water. That'll cause it to rust sometimes. The one I use all the time is, it's been in use for 100 years or something, so it doesn't really get rusty because it is really well seasoned. So it's just going to get better and better every time you use it. all I need to do now is wipe off any excess oil, which I don't see any in the bottom of the pan, so that's good. But there's a little over here, and this is really not like super important to do this, but you know, whatever. Might as well be hygienic or something. All right, so that's it. That's how you take care of your cast iron skillet. I really recommend it. They're like, this one was like 20 bucks. They're cheap and they'll last forever if you take care of them, and they just get better and better. And you can pass them down to your grandbabies. All right, see you later. Check out the website, HilahCooking.com. Check out my Facebook fan page. Be my fan. Subscribe to my channel on YouTube. All that stuff. And I'll give you tons more secrets. And maybe I'll tell you who my secret boyfriend is. P.S. It's Alton Brown.